Hey Clashes, Warden charges are currently my favorite strategy in the entire game. And I'm always adjusting the army so I can make sure that I'm using the best possible version of it. And I have to say, I tried out not using an Archer Queen, and so far it's working incredibly well. So I thought I would take you an entire legendary of me so we can figure out together of how strong it really is. Let's start things off with the first question, which is why did I remove the Archer Queen? The answer is pretty simple, because this attack I feel like is all about targeting defenses. This is why we have Rocket Loons, this is why we have the Minion Prince with the Angry Jelly, this is now why we have the Royal Champion. The King for this purpose is mostly used to make sure that, easy answer, we have tanking. We have tanking from the Royal Champion. But let's start things off with the Warden down here. Obviously, the healer's right behind. And as well, something I have to say, the more I'm playing this strategy, the lower the amount of the furnace are, like, I just reduce the furnace amount more and more. The reason for this is just pretty simple. In my opinion, it is just not necessary for the army. Let's set up the flinger, by the way, on this side. Perfect. So we can get this ready. Back to the Warden. Because I think it's just, I don't know, it's not really necessary whatsoever. So I will eventually probably remove them entirely. They just make the life easier. I think that's the big difference here. So for us right now, we're having the damage on the chop side. So let's use this. So we have the annoying event which counter, right? Like we have used event versus event, so that's fine. Back to the attack itself. We want to get the fireball thing close to the clan caster. That would be perfect. So let's do that exactly now. Fireball. Perfect, perfect. Where are we going? The Warden did some... How did the Warden go down? Okay, that's kind of crazy. I thought the Warden was safe, and then he did go down. Okay, that's not good. But okay, we have the Royal Champion. Let's take her out. We have the Fireball in the beginning, which did work. So that's like the major point already secured. And even though the Warden did go down, like, it doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. I mean, that's the crazy thing about this army. It does not matter too much. And as well, that the Minion Prince taking, the Royal Champion taking enough damage is fine as well. Because we use it to eventually activate the core. We can now use the Minion Prince to get everything back on track. Looking really good, to be honest. So that looks overall fine. We have some more power over here. Minion Prince ability. We can use some cleanup troops, just like that. As well, some barbarians. We have the core, which was triggered, which is perfect. The Minion Prince should go into the core eventually. We have plenty of rages. Let's use the King ability. Let's use that rage. Let's use that invis. Spiky ball coming to the core still. And this is going to give us a nice 3-star. Perfect. Perfect. We could even swag the rage, right? I mean, not the one thing I was going for, but yeah, I mean, the super minions are now going for the core. Actually, the more I'm thinking about, and this is something which I pretty much like a lot about this army, you can really customize it to your preferred version, if that makes sense. And something which I'm considering now for quite some time is replacing the super minions maybe with a super dragon. Because if you can't use the flame flinger, that's by far the #1 siege for the strategy. But if you can't use that, then something like the bell drill or even the what is it? The big balloon. You know what I mean? Even those sieges are working great, but they do not work that great with the super minions. So I think I will switch that up for the second attack. Just to really showcase you can play it in many different versions, and you should play your personal style, what works the best for you. And this is the cool thing about the Warden charges. And for me right now, this combination is just smashing bases, even if things are going wrong, as they just did. Perfect. So we have our next base. I have adjusted the clan castle. Let's see how good that's going to work. And that's the nice thing about those long legendaries as well. We can test things out. And let's figure out how we approach this. We have the hook tower far on this base, like deep into that area of the base, which is fine. Can we take a nice fireball here? Onto that multi-arch tower. That looks amazing, to be honest. I'm just a little bit scared that we're going pretty much in between those fire spitters. But hey, let's get the job done. And I'm missing the bitter hut. It's whatever. It is whatever. Next step for us. It is just figuring out where the Warden wants to go, pretty much. think that's fair to say. Let's just wait where the Warden goes. And then we can react slowly. Right now, though. I'm just thinking right now, should we use another furnace right now? It's not really needed, right? Are we going now? Oh, that was really clutch, because I was afraid that we're going now in between the two fire spitters. Since there are explodes pretty much on every single corner, actually we could have used the flame flinger. We can still use the flame flinger. I will use it up here. That's fine. Careful with the Warden. Let's just rage him up. So he should be fine versus the king. And as well, we should slowly make it to the core. That's exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. With the core then out, or with the fire spitters and as well the town out, we're then good to go to start with the next phase of our attack. But for now, we have to keep that Warden safe. Looking good. Let's turn that invisible, because there's been too much of damage. We can use the poison right here. Let's use the king down here, and let's use another... Should we use a rage or something else? I'm not really sure yet what I want. I will use the rage, to be honest. Just so the Warden can tank it. And we have the Royal Champ with the king walking in here. I will use the Royal Champ ability quite early, so she's skipping that Giga Bomb. That's always nice. We have one more Tesla, which we can use for the Warden, so his healers are hopefully staying safe. That's at least what I'm hoping for. We can use the Big Dragon out here. We still have the Minion Prince. I think the Minion Prince now should come in from this bottom side. From this area. And that looks solid as well. King ability. That's totally fine. We got the Hook Tower out with this one. The Royal Champion. If she goes down, she has the Phoenix. That's something I like a lot about this approach. About this army or whatever. We have now the Super Dragon versus the Event Witch, which is solid for us as well. That's always a good trade. Let's get the cleanup going. I mean, this base is just gone. That's how things look like with this army. And wait, the Super Dragon is losing the 1 versus 1? That's crazy. Let's place the Azure Dragon. Let's place an even bigger dragon. This Event Witch, really. That's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. But hey, nice and easy 3-star for us. That's what we're hoping for. Let's continue. Another really big tip I can give you is just take your time at the beginning to plan things out. Because even if you have like spotted a good location for your Warden shots, for example, I would go from the bottom side down here. You can already identify, or try to identify quickly, another spot where you could possibly then use maybe the Flame Flinger, because that siege is by far the best siege for this strategy. So for us right now, let's figure out where we could possibly deploy it. We have the range here, so we have to be careful about that. Now let's use the Warden down here. Let him walk a little bit, let him work, and we can figure out the top side, how we approach this. Let's see if there's Tesla. There is a Tesla. That should be out of range, right? Perfect, it is. So we can take down some of those buildings at the top side. We can use Baby Dragon maybe right here. So we're funneling that part. We can use as well the furnace. Another reason why I dislike the furnace by now, and I don't know, since we're already about to like trying different stuff out in the video, I might just remove all of them, because something I liked about the Warden, since we're not using the Angry Jelly on the Warden itself, is the outside buildings. Sometimes the Warden gets stuck on the outside buildings, which leaves me the, or like gives me the opportunity to really set up nice fireballs. So yeah, that's something to be considered. That fireball was not messed up, and we got great value already. So that's good. Back to the fire, back to the siege. That looks solid as well, so that's nice. Water now goes to the left side, so we can get things started on this far right side with our king. We still have the furnace, by the way. Yeah, I think for the next one, let's just give it a try. I will just remove it and see how that goes. Wall break. Nice, triggering some traps. There should be the train trap as well, right? I think that's the base which I posted on YouTube at some point, I believe. Let's see. But another test loon. So far, so good. The Super Dragon is in there. Hopefully, it's going to go down soon, though, because, well, otherwise the Warden is going to get distracted. That's not good. We can use another furnace right here. Some cleanup. We have this stuff down here. The Royal Champ goes down, but again, that's fine because she has the Rocket Spear combination with that Phoenix. So we're still getting the value, which is nice. Get some cleanup. up here. I mean, the space is gone. Take a look at what we have left. We have not used the event Azure Dragon. We have not used half of our spells. It's just crazy. It is really, really crazy how strong this army is. And as well, the furnaces, I'm not sure. I think furnaces are, I don't know. How would I compare them? Maybe to like, what is it, support wheels in English for like the bicycle, which you put in the back. They are nice to get things started, but they're bad. Like if you want to go for a race, you should not go for them. That's not really good. But let's just replace them and see how it goes. And since they are mostly there for cleanup purposes and speeding up the Warden charge, I added another Valkyrie, some more rocket loons obviously as well, like a wizard, some minions, so we have hopefully quicker attack and we're not going to time fail. But either way, let's get things started. We have the classic base, which everyone runs in the High Legends if they want to take advantage of the decorations. Hopefully that's not going to be possible anymore in the future. But for now, we have to handle this and get a nice fireball. Let's get things started on this top side. Just like that. Invis. So the Warden is not going to go down. Perfect. We have the healers behind this top side. We have the witch over there. But that should be alright, I think. I have to quickly double check if there's any spot for a flame flinger value. There is actually at the top side, so let's do it. And hopefully there is no traps against it. We can use the Valkyrie on the outside. Invis if we have to, but I don't think... Invis, but like... Headhunter if we have to, but I don't think that we have to. So that's good for us. Valkyrie doing a nice job of funneling. So we have still the rages and stuff like that. Let's use some rocket loons to take down the outside buildings to push the Warden further inside. Is the... No. Topside is fine. That's good for us. Let's use the rage now, so Warden stays safe. As soon as... Or actually... I typically try to avoid using... Oh, let's use the poison here. I typically try to use and avoid using the event stuff. But hey, with this annoying event witch over there, I feel like we're countering the event with the event. That's just fair, right? So, let's keep taking down the outside building so the Warden is non-stop going in. We have the 1 versus 1 happening at the top side. There is something happening down here. Let's turn that invisible. Warden takes on the witch. That's nice. We have another race there. But for now, the Warden looks pretty promising. So, at this stage, though, we have to be careful with the time. Let's just add the king up here. We can use the Minion Prince, I believe, with that Super Dragon in a second together. We have to be quick. Like this. Warden still looking fine down here. Royal Champion, let's use that ability. Let's use the King ability so we get some more damage in. That's good, that's good. Minion Prince ability. Warden is still looking strong. At this point, it is only time being a difference maker right here. So let's handle this. Let's handle this indeed. Let's use the... Do we have to use the rage already? Let's use the rage right now. Minion Prince. Getting everything done. Freeze here. Clear down here. That's actually fine, right? We got it. No issue. Time for sure was closer. I'm just wondering how much the furnace would have helped. Maybe I should go back to like 1 or 2 of those furnaces. But at the same time, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. For me personally, the furnace is just the support wheel. And I just rewatched the attack, and to be honest, that the attack was close on time was completely on me. I could have started the king literally like half a minute earlier, and the attack would have been completely fine. So, yeah, that was something we should keep trying, right? So let's just dive into the next base. Now, this one, again, I feel like when we're starting down here, for example, we can easily get caught on the hero hall. Or should we? I think we just flip it, to be honest, because of the defending event troops. I don't want to run into the broom witch. So we're just going to flip things on the side. Otherwise, keep everything. Quickly double check if there's anywhere a good spot for the... There is actually... Ooh, there's actually a really good spot for the This one. Perfect, out of range. Oh my. Where is it? It's not. Take this. Okay, freeze. Now we have to go back to this side. Good, 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 good. Day Dragon. This. Let's use the Invis right here. Can use Invis in just a second right there as well. Invis. Nice. Let's use the Rage. And we're good to go. Skeletons. Be careful. They're traveling across the base right now. So that's something we have to consider. Are they going to be taken care of? They are not. Or are they? They are actually. Perfect. So we can go back in here. Double check. Oh, Warden. Take a look at that. The Warden perfectly goes into the core. I have another Rage. Should I use it? I would just use it so we don't have to stress about the Warden. And this gives me time to start with my King. The problem, the issue I just had is not starting early enough with our King. And that's what we're doing right. Wait a second. How did the tornado... Oh, that really is bad. How did that tornado trap catch our healers? It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Okay, the Warden going down is... Oh my god. How did that happen? Okay. Let's get things sorted. Warden is down. We have the Super Dragon now. With the Minion Prince together, that's exactly what I was looking for combination-wise. We still have the Zoo Dragon. Let's do the cleanup process, so we're not going to have time issues in the end. Minion Prince still can use the ability later on. King is still tanking. Let's use the King ability right now, so we have the Spiky Ball going. This means we have already taken care of a lot, like a big part of the base. Let's see where things are going next, and depending on where they're going next, we're starting with our Royal Champ. Royal Champ not needed, which is good for us, so we can get things started down here. Already start the cleanup process. That's good. Minion Prince still going strong. We have the defending King approaching my King. Let's just try to snipe everything around this area. Oh, that was not good. Let's use this. Perfect, perfect. Let's use this again. And we are good to go. We're good to go. Nice. See, getting that 3. I did not look at that. But how did the giant trap get triggered? But Warden, did he move maybe because of the client cast like one tile, and that has caused him to walk into the tornado? Because he attacked the town hall, like he got to the town hall without triggering the giant trap, and then somehow the healers were caught in the tornado. I have no clue what happened there, but that nearly messed up our attack. Let's get a really clean next one. And this means no sneaky tornado traps. Instead, we're having a classic base right here. And I think on the classic base, we're going with the classic fireball to the core, right? Let's do exactly that. So we're starting things off down here, double checking if there's any traps. There is not. Let's take down those annoying mortars. So we have a nice time going in with our flame flinger down here. Good start. Nothing crazy has happened so far, but that is really solid. Next step for us right now is how do we handle this? We should have started on the other side. I should have started on the other side. Not again. The broom witch is on our side. That is not good, but it's fine for now. Still, let's concentrate and get this to work. We need to deliver that fireball into the core. And right now I need a building which my Warden could lock onto. That would be an important step for me to get that fireball deep into that core. For now, we just rage things up because there's a lot of damage. This thing going down, that's good. Bear Dragon won't be able to take that out. That's fine, but I think I have a idea. Invis. Keeping things safe. Take that out. Another rage. Need to take down the expos. Okay, first expo gone. Second expo about to go down. And then again, do not wait too long. I have seen what happens if I wait for too long. And that is time issues. Let's get this in here. Roy Champion. Perfect. Let's get this in there. One test loon. King ability. Why not? Let's use the Minion Prince here as well. We have the Super Dragon joining. Can use this on the outside there as well. Warden is completely fine right now. We have still the Royal ability, which I will use right now as well. And yeah, the space is gone yet again. I can do one invis here. So we're protecting both heroes at the same time. Minion Prince ability. Let's go. This was indeed way cleaner, even though we had to make sure that the Warden is staying safe. But the cool thing really is you have so many tools in this army that you can keep everything safe quite easily. We have now the cleanup process obviously going. And as well something we can now notice with the last two attacks. The time is not really an issue. The key thing here though is that you're not waiting for too long with your king. So you don't need the furnace whatsoever. Because that was like just to speed things up, I guess. But with 18 housing space each, I think this is something which is easily underestimated. Do you prefer 18 housing space of a furnace or one Bay Dragon with like 2 cleanup wizards, for example? I feel like the Bay Dragon with the cleanup wizards are always better, or even a Bay Dragon with the Valkyrie. You have so much more flexibility, and a lot of times the furnaces, or to be more specific, the fire mites, are just overkilling buildings anyways. So I don't know. And I just realized this is already attack number 7. So we're 2 attacks away of going perfect. Let's make sure that I'm not throwing this away. So let's get this right. First things first. I think a nice fireball onto this building, onto the hook tower. Is this going to work for me is the big question. Do I risk it? I think I will risk it. So let's get it like this. Yes, perfect. Now the earthquake right in the middle. Those were... Let's get a clean attack, he said. What are you doing, iTzu? Did I just deploy like 4 invis or something? Okay. No matter what, it's fine, it's fine. Let's concentrate. Oh, there's even invis tower, so why did it go... Whatever, it's fine, it's fine. Let's get it like this. There is a Tesla, there is traps actually, okay. That's fine. It's okay. Keep concentrating. We got this. Maybe. Maybe not, but maybe we got it. Let's see, hopefully it's out of range, baby. Let's go. Let's use the Valkyrie to somehow get the skeletons down. Nice, nice. I still can't get over it that I used 4 invis in the same spot. But we got it so far. Need to now get ready with the next phase though, which is going to be the king down here. I will wall break him in, I believe. So we trigger that eventually. It's already late, by the way. Like, I already used this quite late, so I have to be careful with that. The water is going to be stuck on the outside in just a second, which is good. Let's use the iTzu dragon here. I wanted to save it, but did not happen. That's okay. The invis did not... Oh, I have to use the spiky ball now. We're still not making it to the core. That is unfortunate. Okay, anyways. Another troll tester popping up at the top side. That is fine. Let's use this. Royal Champion ability. Poison. We have still plenty of rocket loons left. So we're good to go. Maybe. Let's see how good this is going to work. Like, you can't make this up. This would have been such an easy 3-star. If I just don't swag. So many invis for no reason. We have a rage, so we... I guess at this stage we have to secure the 2nd star, right? Let's get this in there. Channel going down. Super Dragon there. I mean, it's just time fail because of the invis. Or is it power fail? No, the Super Dragon is winning the 1 versus 1 here. Okay, now it's a power... I just said I want to go perfect, and instead I'm using... Okay, the last attack I won't swag for invis, and we will make it work. Where should we fireball? Let's quickly go through the... That is... those event troops are not that strong that you should put those army camps into the middle of the base. Just my opinion. Obviously, you could have different takes there, but I really don't think that it's worth it to put them into the core of the base. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Instead, what could we go for? Do we have any value here? Let's start it on this side. Let's get the flame flinger going on this side. Obviously, the healers in. I'm not sure just yet where to exactly use the fireball. I think I will just wait for it and see if I find a good spot on the fly. Yes, we could go with the fireball here. Actually, I will just go there quickly. I mean, let's just take the buildings out, right? Why not? Why not? There is no reason to not do it. This now could be problematic because the splash of that scatter might take down my siege behind it. But right now the booger is tanking perfectly, so that's good. Let's do the here. Nice, nice. So now we have a Warden flame flinger charge, which is okay, which is okay. The Broomwood, we have to remember that it's existing. For now it's fine. Do I have to rage here? I don't think so, but we have to start with our king soon. Again, otherwise, time issue, remember. Do not want to wait for too long. I will rage this up now, because otherwise there might be a lot of damage. We have at the same time the flame flinger working, which is nice. I will use the Royal Champ here. Valkyrie to push everything in. But that looks quite promising so far. That looks promising so far. Royal Champion, I think I will use the Invis maybe. And the ability, so she's staying away from the Warden if possible. The King is still gone, we can wall break him in, that's good. The other Fire Spirit is gone, so the Royal Champ should hopefully go to the outside. At least that's what I'm hoping for, otherwise the Warden might follow. Okay, Warden don't follow. Warden is following. Okay, that's not good, but it's fine because we have still plenty of rocket loons and such things left. Warden is gone. Royal Champion, we still have that back up there. The Super Dragon is there as well in the mix. Let's use the Minion Prince ability. And now let's get things started with the back up push, or like with the follow up push. You know what I mean, right? So let's get this in here. We have some minions everywhere, and that's going to be still a nice 3-star. And we still have plenty of spells. I mean, that attack was way cleaner. That attack was way, way better. Even though the fireball value wasn't that crazy, I would say, right? The fireball value wasn't the craziest of all. I would have liked to go perfect, not gonna lie, but those invis, I have no clue what exactly what's going on over there. I guess I'm still happy that we're able to save it and take things on like a 96% 2-star, so that's quite promising. Overall, defense looks great, so we might have some plus today, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And as I said earlier, for me right now, Warden charges are the most fun, and for me, without the Queen, it works amazing, to be honest. Just the Rocket Spear and having the Phoenix together on that hero is working beautifully together. But give it a try as well if you want to. I have, as always, have this version of the army since we have tried a couple of different things. But I have to say I like the Super Dragon a lot. I have to say I like it without the furnaces as well a lot. So give it a try. See what fits your playstyle. Some are using a Yeti as well and such for tanking for the flame spinner. For the flame... What is it? The siege. You know what I mean? So, totally up to you. There is no rule specifically for the Warden charge. You can give it a try, whatever you like, and go with whatever works best for you. Thank you so much for watching as always. I will see you guys back with the next Clash video. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.